I came into the company from college and we were starting the Valiant series, but I was also learning repertory, and when I came in to Set and Reset, there was all this talk about a right angle, the right angles, and I'm like, I don't know, But really, you start to realize as you learn the repertory that there's this incredible geometry that, okay, so a right angle really means that my left foot is pointed downstage and my right is pointed to the side, and how, really understanding the geometry of Trisha's body and her ideas, then the movement really will pass through the body in a certain way. And I think that there are techniques like the Alexander technique or somatic ideas that really blend well with Trisha's vision. But I also think just within her attention to geometry, whether it be a physical thing or a choreographic thing, breaking the body down to that level, that scientific level, I really do think that her work that she designed and created herself really accesses very efficient movement patterns. And I think that that's often what people are saying when they're like, it looks so light, or it looks so free, or it looks so easy. I really feel like it's kind of a science of design and quality. Trisha has a very special quality. Set and Reset, yes. 1983, a collaboration with Robert Rauschenberg and Laurie Anderson, I think put Trisha on the map, this choreography. I think that the public, the more general public, really recognized the mastery of her choreography. And she started to touch on this. I think she was always interested in it coming to the theater. She, with Bob also, they started to really challenge and redesign the way that we look at the proscenium stage. I think it started with them in the glacial decoy, where you had that sense, even though it's the formal wings and the formal everything, the choreography and the set give the feeling that the dance is going on into infinity. So that play began there, and then I really think it's wonderful how it continued into Set and Reset, and kind of just reimagining the theater in the sense of removing the black velour wings and setting in the translucent wings so that you could see the on and off stage behavior, and of course the gorgeous set. And Laurie Anderson's music is so kind of thrilling. One of the things that I really appreciate about Set and Reset is that it doesn't feel like from the past. That music is so, I love to hear it again and again. I think I've probably heard it 5,000 or 6,000 times, but I do love it. The dance never gets old for me. I feel that it's a very highly structured yet very playful dance, and I feel in Set and Reset that the audience and the performer are kind of experiencing things simultaneously. The audience can see past those wings, but also the dancer is to some degree aware. So I do feel that there's a beautiful transparency in redefining this theater, so that everything just got bigger, I think, for people in a certain way. Presently, we are tour that's called the Proscenium Works Tour, 1979 to 2011. 2011 marked the year of Trisha's last new work. It's kind of meant to be a celebratory tour of Trisha's genius, and that it still has a place. It still needs to be shared and people still need to see it. And that can't go on forever. We're not naive. It's very difficult to tour without new work. So I do think that there is an idea, maybe from one source to another source, that this is the final year of the company. Been asked that recently several times, as if, you know, we're just stopping in 6 months or something. We hope we're not. We're not planning on it. And stuff, what a bad word to use in an interview. There is still things that we would like to explore so that we can continue to share Trisha's legacy. We're kind of working and thinking about 3 different aspects right now. One is education, of course. And I think that as the company has been in the past, Trisha has always had so much work and worked so hard making the work that she makes that so much focus really went into the repertory. And I think that we're just really coming to this understanding that we have so much to share educationally, from children to professional dancers. That's very, very exciting. It's nice too educationally because we can work with some of Trisha's choreographic principles. And so you can teach the movement, the phrase movement as it is, but you can also give them some of the instructions or the guidelines, and students can work creatively with that phrase material. We're also working on a very large archive. Trisha's worked for the most part since, I think, 1980. Around the time that she created Son of Gone Fishing, she started working with video. And then when I joined her as her choreographic assistant, I videoed everything, every hour of rehearsal. So from building phrase to complete choreography is documented. And there's an amazing amount of Trisha's drawings, her writings, her notebooks. There's just tons of archival stuff. And the goal is to make it interactive. So that's a huge endeavor. We're looking forward to being able to share that. And we're also very interested in bringing the work to alternative spaces, which can be very exciting also. Just as there's been sort of a resurgence of Trisha's early works in museums, outdoors, I think that there is also a lot of potential to work with certain pieces in the repertory that lend themselves to new environments, and I think that's exciting too.
La 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 la